All right, testing, testing. All right. I don't know how I'm gonna look to trade this. This is gonna be pretty volatile, guys. I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do 5 micros. I'm gonna go smaller size for sure. It just really depends on how big this orb is too. I don't want it less than 10 points. I guarantee you this orb's gonna be 20 points on the 5 second. It's gonna be pretty big. Alright, let's see if my YouTube is here. Alright, RTK live streams. Now live.
Check it out. This right here is the sun. The sun is the center of our solar system. All the planets move around it. It would be to be able to go into space.
Look at the VIX. Yeah, the VIX is going to be insane today. It's going to be, you can probably sell way out of the money for credit spreads, that's for sure. Alright, yeah, we're already at. We're gonna pump here soon on the VIX for sure. Lululemon's down another 1% after this. I am definitely watching Lululemon. GameStop honestly hasn't really taken a beating at all. You know, it went down a little bit, but it recovered at all. Install now. Alright, we got 5 more minutes. Oh my gosh, look at these freaking candles. Look how big these candles are going to be. Yeah, well, I'm going to be done by 10. I won't be, I shouldn't be in a position after 10. You want the rest of your banana? What about it? Here. If you're done with it, throw it in the garbage. Yeah. Yep. I personally, guys, how's it going, Mr. Blonde? I personally like the after hours session the best. To me, it just seems more relaxing. This is the morning, the 9:30 session is pretty intense, so I'm not going big size. I'm gonna go my 5 micros on MNQ, which is decent size. It's not bad. Yeah, there's a. I don't even know. I just turn it on. Whatever he likes. If it keeps his attention, that's all that matters for me. Triple or on what? MES? I wish I took the triple orb on MES. That's what I was saying yesterday. I was like, we need to start taking it. I lost on a single and double, and I went too big size. Yeah. Yeah, I went too big size. So yeah, this is a 5 second I'm going to do, Randy. 5 and 15 are the OG strats in my opinion. I just like the 5 because on the MMQ, because the stop is at least tighter. Like the 15-second stop was insane yesterday. So we'll see. I'm probably not going to do a market order either. I'm probably going to wait for a break of structure, and once we have a break of structure, I'm going to do a limit buy or a limit sell. If you know, stop sell down here, stop buy up here. So if I don't get in, I don't get in. I'll play the double and triple orb. I don't have to take the single orb today. No, I'm gonna do MMQ. I'm gonna do MMQ, and I can get 10 points fast, so that's why I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna do this one. If you do MES, do the 15-second and get 5 points. I'm just curious how big this opening candle is gonna be. It's definitely got me curious. Yeah, that's correct, Anthony.
It's a bull! Hello, Blippi. I'm Mr. Bull. Oh, it's great to meet you, Mr. Bull. I like your horn. Thank you, Blippi. Here's a golden heart for me, my friend.
So the max size I'll do today is I'm going to do 5 micros on each orb. I don't think this is going to happen, but what if I lose on all 3 orbs? The max I lose is 15 micros. No, Pierre, stay here. Pierre, stay. 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 Come. You can't go in there. Can't trade with him. Alright, we got about 30 seconds left in the bell. Alright, so we're going to get ready here. 5 micros is what I'm doing. I'm waiting for the break and retest. So once we get a break, I'm waiting for the retest, and then I'm going to get in. I might miss the first orb, to be honest. I might miss the first, and sometimes it looks like the second and third with this strategy you take. Pierre, come. Oh my gosh, man, I cannot trade with him. Alright, so we have a break of structure here. So I'll do a stop buy for 5.
Order rejected.
Whoops. Alright, now I'm waiting for price to come down. Yeah, I missed that one. Sometimes that's how it's going to be. Sometimes that's how it's going to be. And then I'm going to put my stop sell down here. Hold on, I got to... Here, stop acting like that. I told you no. You can't go in there. I told you no. You can't go in there. Alright, so this trade right here, as you can see, I missed the trade. And sometimes that's how it's going to be, where it just never retraced back to the... Holy crap, though. Look at this gain here. 21,700. Gosh, sorry, I'm so distracted. What did MES do? Yeah, I mean, a freaking insane rally right there. Holy moly. Yeah, that is insane. I was thinking of doing a market buy here. 15, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, this would be your 15-second. Yeah, you would get in like right here. Kind of like similar. But I'm totally fine if I miss this. This is a really volatile day. And it looks like it's going to be a single orb. So if price comes down, I'm only taking double orb now. But yeah, that's the benefit of doing a market order. But then again, look at if I got in on this market order, I probably got in like in this area here. You're risking 30 freaking points. It's insane. So I would literally have to get in right here. And that's why I try to get in right away after this 9:30 but the kid is screaming and can't concentrate. So you're supposed to place your orders right away here and right away there. That way, if you do get a break of structure, you're in right away. Like, there's no guessing. You're in right away, and then you can ride this wave up. So, yeah. Last 2K in the MNQ last night in the dip, just took off my stop because of adjustment. I shorted MNQ last night. Yeah, last night was pretty easy. Nice, Animal Man. I mean, they all worked. I wonder if I can do this faster on limit orders for the NASDAQ. Like, I wonder if instead of right-clicking, do you guys know there's a way on Top Step where you don't have to right-click and do that extra necessary stuff? That was an easy trade. Wow. But yeah, market order would have been good. It's just I don't know why I'm so scared today. I don't like how big this stop is. That's your 15-second 707 to 63. Yeah, that's a 40 point drop. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Yeah, once this had a break of structure, I put my limit order here, but it never went back. I'm revenge trading today. Yeah, why couldn't we have this yesterday? You know, freaking clean price action. I wonder what CL's doing. Alright, CL has a 930. Where's the 930? Oh, it's way over here. Here's your 930. We break structure here. It's such a tiny 930 though. That's not even good to use. MGC, we have a... I don't like gold at all for the 930 candle, I'll be honest with you guys. But look at this. You see the break of structure here. Literally on gold. I mean, look at this. We break structure, we're up to the upside there. Gold will do a lot of stuff like that. If MMQ can break structure to the downside, I'm in for a short. Remember, we take multiple orbs a day. If you miss the single orb, that is totally fine. Sometimes it just takes off so fast. The single orb, a lot of the times, is going to be sometimes like this, where it just goes and you miss it. Dragon, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. The MCL, yeah, MCL is a little easier to take. I appreciate the follow, Dragon. Gold not too shabby there. Right there, we had a break of structure and it just took off. Even on the double orb, or even on the single orb, you're able to make money here. Break here, retest many times, come down for a little bit. See what this one wants to do. I don't really have the back test on MCL. I just don't like how small this orb is on MCL. I mean, look how little that is. It's pretty easy to go multiple sides of that. Good to have you, Dragon Nuts. So yeah, everything is based on opening range breakout that I teach. It's because it's the easiest thing to do. Of here's your entry and here's your stop. So easy to do. Obviously today is a lot volatile than normal, guys. It's not every day is going to be this volatile. ForexFactory.com. We got 10 o'clock news. So let's see what 10 o'clock does for us. Whoops. And that was a massive gain. Literally from this candle, 704 to, holy crap, 70 points almost. Yeah, 704 to 776, over 70 points there in a matter of 2 minutes. Like, holy crap, that's insane, right? We can kind of watch gold here, but it's the same thing for everything. We have single orb into double orb. Gold loves to do a double orb a lot. Break a structure here, you're in. MES is coming back to the highs. Actually, MES would have worked amazing on the 5. You see how easy this one was to get in. Look at that, guys. Here's your 15-second. Not too big on the 15-second. The stop is only 8 points on MES. That's not bad at all. So this one was a little better for risk management. Get your 5-second break. Get in on this break of structure here. On the retest on the 5-second. And bam. 6,000. You got 14 points. Over 14 points there and more. MES was not bad on the 5-second there. Not too shabby. Alright, so let me do something here. If gold takes down and breaks to a triple orb, remember, triple orb is the max I'll take. I wouldn't mind a short down here. I have not traded gold much, but this is how you would do it. You would put a stop sell right here, where it's just like, it's just under the lines. So that way when that hits and it does a massive break of structure, you're in. And then you do a buy up in here the minute you get filled. This one might fill on gold. So I'm watching this one, just 5 micros, nothing big. As we're coming back inside of orb, usually triple orb is the big money that I've noticed. MNQ is probably, whoa. Oh, it's still got a way to go for MNQ. We got a way to go for double orb. I'm doing a 50K prop firm. Nice. Let's go, Sebastian. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm just watching gold here. I think gold is pretty good on that triple. And, you know, if it does a quad, I might try it one more time. Because I haven't... I got the money I made after hours yesterday, so we'll see. Gold is up 1.8%. Alright, so if it breaks the structure, you get in for the short. Now, the bad thing is,
order filled.
if it breaks structure and goes back up, then you just take a minor loss. You see how it can break structure and then come back up? You're getting in early because sometimes it breaks structure and it's hard to get back in, right? It can go tremendously down without a re-entry. So I don't mind getting in like right in here for a break of structure for it to come down and see what happens. It's only $100 loss on this. I haven't traded gold much. This will be kind of my first time trading it on the 5-sec. All right, so that's a clear break of structure. Clearly break of structure, but as you can see, now price is coming back up. And what I would do is a stop buy of 5 right here. So if it does go back up, I'll try to go and buy that to the upside. I might do 10 there. This is due for like a nice range or solid move to the upside or downside. All right, it's coming back down to the lower orb. So we definitely got a break of structure on gold right here at 930. It's just kind of waiting out what it wants to do. So how does gold work? 346, 3,462. So about 2 points will give me $100 there. So you're looking at about right there. 2 points is $100. What's MNQ doing while I'm waiting? MNQ, yeah. I don't think we're gonna come back to the orb on MNQ. That's probably not gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen on MNQ. Okay, so gold is pretty volatile. Basically what we're targeting is the lows here, kind of on gold. Targeting a 2-point drop is not that, doesn't seem that big. Compared to right here, we went from 3,464 all the way to, we got about 3 points on that. I might get stopped out. All right, this is my last one right up in here. I'm going to go for a long. If this don't work, then probably not going to trade gold. Because now I'm draining my profit and probably should just stick to MNQ. How's it going, Cleve? Good to see you. That was also not a break of structure.
Order filled.
I'm done with gold. That was not a break of structure either. And that's the downside of putting your orders in here. Okay, I'm an idiot for trading gold. I don't like gold. Why do I always switch to, like, my original things, you know? Stick with the MES and MNQ. I like MNQ the best. It gives me the most returns. In my honest opinion, MNQ is the best. Gold, it's just being very chaotic right now. Right up in here was the 930 break of structure. It literally whipped you in. Man, that's freaking garbage price action. Gold is just doing whatever. ES was better today on the 5-second. If you look at the 5-second, ES was super easy to execute. Super easy to execute. Honestly, it just depends. Sometimes MES is good, sometimes MNQ is good. I don't think there's a preference. Yeah, now gold wants to go down to the... It would have gave me my 2-point drop there. Now it would have gave it to me. Yeah, look at that. It's going down 3 points. I don't have the experience with gold, so I probably shouldn't mess with it. Big drop from the lower orb. This was just a fake out structure there, unfortunately. I personally like the after hours session the most, guys. I think after hours is the best. Let's see what 10 o'clock does. I'm not gonna lie. After hours is my favorite. Now I could have easily traded MES and got in on this price action. This was plenty of time to get in. You see how he gives you that extra candle here, to 2 extra candles to get in? This one, not so much. MNQ is just a freaking rocket ship. This is the difference of MNQ as a rocket ship. And in my honest opinion, if you got in up here, that's too much. That's too big of a loss. 706 to 63, it's way too big of a loss. I don't like that. Man, I can't believe I didn't win on that gold trade. I had the right move. Like, it literally went down like a freaking... But this one little candle right here sniffed me out. Man. It really looked good for a minute. Man, that sucks. I literally would have made bank on that. It's just $100, I guess, but... Um, I'm not sure, to be honest. I just don't see MNQ tanking all the way below orb here. I just don't see that happening. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm thinking more, honestly, I might just come back after hours. Yeah, kind of a little disappointed myself on the gold trade. Lost 200 on that. Yeah, so MES and MNQ are the best. Just depends on what you're getting. The orb the orb I have is 5 seconds for both. You can see at MNQ, this is the 5, and then MES is slightly different. This is the 5 on MES. Man, look at that beautiful retest of the upper orb. So we're coming back down. I could probably... Here's the thing. MES is closer to the range compared to MNQ. Look how much range down this has on MNQ. So it could be just a single orb, and if this does a false, this could be a fake out to the downside. All right, so we got 10 minutes till 10 o'clock news. So MCL. Yeah.
Thanks for keeping us safe when we were playing near the water.
Is
there anything else we should know about being safe when we're near water?
Yes, there's two things you should know. The first is you always need somebody's permission, an adult permission to get inside.
Yeah, this is easier now. Now that you have all the time in the world, you could take this and be like, hey, if MNQ goes here, I'm going to do a stop sell of 15 contracts, something like that. It's easy to get in now. And that's how I did gold. You see how easy it was? I don't know if... I just don't like how spaced out these both are. MES is very close to inside the orb, whereas MNQ is not. Yeah, I'm waiting for the news at 10. So that's Gold, you pissed me off. Holy crap, look at MNQ go. Wow. Alright, it depends what this news does.
So you want to get your chin up and your belly up and relax into a big starfish. And we're going to sing ABCs to flow.
Oh, yeah. You sing the ABCs with us?
Should I do market orders? I want to watch MNQ. I'm curious what this 10 o'clock candle is going to look like. All right, let's see, guys. We're down 0.70% on NASDAQ. Ugh. Ugh. Mhm.
Mom's gonna make milk for baby, okay?
Yeah, there's. I don't know, guys. I feel like if I did a market order here, the stop is too big. It would have to retest for me to get in. Obviously, MES was the better choice today. But I was really hoping we get a double orb and I play the downside. That's what I was really hoping for. And that's why I kind of took gold. I was like, gold is going into a triple here. And so I took gold and it would have worked. It's just, it barely stopped me out. I mean, if you look at this orb here, I mean, look at this. On the first orb, you made money. Yeah, missed that one. Second orb, you made money. Yay, we made money again. Third orb, are you freaking kidding me? So you on the first, second, and quad orb, or like not even quad, but third orb, you all made. Like the one time I take gold today is like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. But yeah, made money here, made money here. This one stopped me out on a wick to make you mad money. Man, that sucks. And then I went for the long side here. Thought I was going to go rocket mode. I don't know. I don't think I played against my rolls. It's just that was pretty unlucky. Not going to lie. Pretty unlucky. I say sizing is everything. Stick to the same size. I did 5 micros. If I would have went freaking commando mode, you know, went a bunch of minis, then that would have been sucky. So, you're going to win a lot. More time, the odds are in your favor. It's just, you know, I kind of let my emotions get to me on this. I was like, I mean, third order on gold makes bank. I see it all the time. It's just the one time I trade it, it stops me out. MES is, you see how MES is at the bottom orb, but MMQ is not? That kind of got me like concerned here. MMQ has so much more room down, so it's just like, this is really weird. Like, I've never seen anything. This is really weird. We'll see what this 10 does.
Here, it said don't touch. Oh, don't kick me.
The third orb is just different directions. Let me go back to my gold trade, right? This is how I traded gold. Why did I take out the lines?
Here, oh.
Alright, so we draw our lines again, right? So, on gold, I'd be looking for 2-point drops. So right in here is 34.62 to 60. You get your 2-point drop here. So here's your first orb here, break a structure. And then here's your second, up in here. As you can see, we're crossing upper line. And then we're crossing the lower line on the third. So that's your third orb. And you can see the third orb made insane money. Like, insane. It's just... This itty bitty candle got me. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna take the short on MES here. I'm gonna wait for MNQ to come in. We're down. All right, we got a short on the downside, but remember, there's 10 o'clock news. Nothing matters when there's news at 10. MES is a short right now, but MNQ's not.
Here, can you get that for me by the ball? Yeah, get this one. This one right there. Yes, can you get it? There, Pierre, on the floor. This one. Look, over there, look.
Yeah, this is nowhere close to where I want this to be, guys.
Another one, right there, right there.
No, so orb it stands for opening range breakout, and it's the first candle of any session. So I'm doing the 6 p.m. and the 9:30, and that's why we're marking the highs and lows. Here's the first candle of the 9:30 session here. So we mark the highs and lows of that, and that gives us support resistance. So I personally want to see if NASDAQ can come down. But even then, man, if it comes down to here, I don't know how I feel about that. It's such a big drop. That's crazy. MES is at a short right now, but I'm doing the first. I personally am doing the first 5-second. You can do the 15-second too. Wow, look at that. Okay. I don't even know how I feel about that. What is this movement? So, yeah. I don't want to trade that news candle spike. What did MGC do? MGC should have went up big, right? And it did nothing. I thought it was going to go up. Or, I mean, down big. I'm not really seeing anything. Not for my strat, at least. I don't like how disproportionate MES is to MNQ. Hmm.
Baba.
Yeah, I don't like the orb on MES. I mean, if MNQ just goes slightly inside this orb, MES is going to be like way down below the orb. Man, that was such a solid trade right here. I really wish I had that move to the upside. And you're going to see that a lot where it does this. So it's like, you know, market order that, you know, you make some massive money there. 700 to it's coming back down. And then you're going to see MES probably at the lower orb. Yep, lower orb here. You see that? Break a structure, break a structure, break a structure. It's hard to say what it wants. I kind of want to see MNQ make me a signal, but MGC. Kind of wish I had that MGC at this triple orb still. That's a pretty massive gain I would have had. Yeah, the market buy at open. I think to a point, like, yeah, you might miss out on trades, but I was really hoping, like, at least you get a retest. Or not even that. Like, a lot of the times what you can do is, like, I think I was distracted too. Like, you see how this is your 5 second? You have plenty of time. Like, once this candle finishes, right? You gotta be fast enough to put this order here and this short here. If it's closer to the upside, you put your buy in first and then your sell. So I truly believe like you need to have a proper stop, and this is already 20 points. That's a pretty big stop in my opinion. I mean, if you and then you want to get another 20 points up in here, 83 to, so you're looking at a 40-point stop loss. So, I mean, do what you want, but if you take a loss on that, that sucks. That's a pretty big loss. No, I don't trust the MES orb. I'm waiting for MMQ to make a decision. I don't trust any of these orbs. Yeah, I'm not really looking at MES orb. MNQ can literally go all the way down here, and MES would just freaking tank. Yeah, I don't understand how did I not get this one? I think I had that order in right up in here. I really wish Top Step X did not have to right click and put market stop buy, stop selling. You gotta like scroll to this area. Like on Tradeify and Tradeivate, you just left click the chart and you get in. It's so much easier. Like, that's the downside I'm seeing with Top Step. I guarantee I would have got in on time if I didn't have to right click the chart. So yeah, I'm kind of pissed about that. I would have easily got in time for this play. I mean, look.
Can I get chicken minis at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, if you want.
I'll leave Annika here. I'll bring Pierre with me. Yeah, you wanna go out
I wonder
with
if
me?
there's a way you can do that. There's got to be.
Let's go out.
I wish they maybe had a double click here. I can place limit orders. That would be nice if they had that.
Yeah, we're gonna go out, okay? Baby's gonna be here. You're coming with Mama. Come. Let's go. Let's wear your shoes. Here's your shoes. Don't touch that, Peter.
Yeah, I don't think they have it. Yeah, if you're gonna just you can do what you can do is you can place a hotkey for join bid and join ask, but that's not the point, because by the time that breaks structure, you're joining the bid and ask way above the lines. You're better off just doing a market order. Like, by the time this broke structure, you're joining bid up in here. That's what I was thinking. Like, but yeah, you just really need to have, because a lot of the times, guys, we're gonna break structure usually on the third candle. So, or even on the second, like, you can easily just break, here's your 5, and then break a structure, and then what you're hoping is a retest. But I just don't like how you have to right click scroll here, scroll there. There's 3 steps you got to do on Top Step compared to Tradeify and Tradeovate, NinjaTrader on your personal account. You just hit left click and you place your order. You know, you just go like, okay, here's the lines. Here's 5 seconds of chart data here. Bam, bam, I'm in. So that's kind of disappointing about Top Step. Not gonna lie, that's the one thing I have negative about it. Not much most people are gonna have negative about it because they're not trading second charts though. I'm probably the only one that has a problem with that. That's why today I was like, you know, I don't mind taking the double and triple orb. Price is just so far up there. Gold was a perfect short opportunity. We went from 34.62 to, man, that was freaking 18-point drop there. Frick, or 12 points. You can use Top Step in NinjaTrader. Yeah, but I chose Top Step X. I think next time I'm going to do that, Randy. Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, you're right about that. Should have did it in NinjaTrader. But now that I got it in Top Step, I gotta Top Step X. I gotta finish it in here. But yeah, you're right. I should have did it in the other platform. I forgot Top Step X don't have this. Top Step X has this stupid right click. That's the one frustrating thing I'm seeing with Top Step. MES has no. I think MES is irrelevant right now until MNQ shows us the direction. Like I said, there might not be a trade till after hours for me. I got unlucky with gold today. Not my desired outcome I wanted with gold, but I got unlucky. But yeah, next time I'm doing the Top Step, it's going to be on NinjaTrader. I don't like this whole right click thing. It's annoying. It's just extra steps. Let me give this guy the link. Let's look at some of the stocks. EIX is really not down at all. It's like 1% that I'm in. GME is down nothing. It actually went to 23 bucks here. 2309. It's actually making a nice move. Here we go. MES is going to be way down below the orb here now. Watch this. You see? Way down below. 59.92 to 58. I mean, that would have got you your 5 points there. Let's see what it does. This is the drop. I just feel like we're going to pump still, though. MES is, yeah, it's way below orb. Right up in here it happened. You see how you have plenty of time to get into your position here? $92 to freaking 86. That's a massive drop. Is MNQ going to do a double orb? That's the question. That is the question with MNQ. Yeah, that was... Honestly, I probably should do that. I was just holding the GME shares. Whatever. Alright, looks like if it does break this structure, we could freaking drop. And then I could do a stop sell, like down there. See how I can like kind of like put it down there. I don't think it goes all the way down here though. I feel like I have a better chance going long here with this massive move up. I just feel like there's a better chance going long. Gypsy, thanks for the subscribe. Appreciate it. I did see that SBET freaking tanked big time. I did see that. Ciao, Blippi. So MES is trying to come back up. MNQ is back above the orb. Not really sure how I feel about this. If I'm not feeling good about it, then I'm just not probably gonna trade it. Crude oil is coming back to where it wants to. I mean, the 930 is actually way up in here, so it's got a long way to go. And that's crazy. Like, this is 78 to. It's a 20-point gain just right off the bat there. Like, if we come closer to this lower orb, I could take a shot for long and then do a short. Oh, there it goes. And the MES is going up. What's wrong, Annika? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, guys. There was some consumer sentiment, inflation expectations at 10. The only thing I see is that double orb play. I just don't know if we're going to get it on MNQ. That's the only thing I see to play. And I'll do a stop sell 5 right here if we come to it. Man, I can't believe how unlucky I got on gold. That was really unlucky. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just staying up on this range here. It's only 10:16. I feel like we've been trading forever. It's only been 30 minutes. I mean, is NASDAQ going to go down to these lows here? That's the question. Uh, 83 to... I mean, literally, that's in 5 seconds. That's a 10-point gain there. 83 to 95. Literally 10 points that fast. This market is insanely volatile. SPX. Do we even have a 30-minute orb yet? Looks to me we want to go to the downside. Bam. We're trying to get a 30-minute orb to the downside. It's okay, Annika. Alright, we're testing back to these support zone right here in the middle. Like I said, I could take a buy here in the middle or close to the bottom, but honestly, I would have made freaking mad money if I kept doing that. It's a really hard decision. Yeah, this market's kind of chaotic. But if I stick to my rolls, it's one trade each orb. So you got your first orb, and then you got your second orb. We're on the second orb on NASDAQ. So right down in here is second orb that I'm waiting for. And yeah, it doesn't want to make a decision. And MES was probably way below the orb. Yeah, went way below here. I just don't like how, I don't like this. They're not unified. MES is short, but MNQ is not. MNQ is still saying we're in an uptrend on the first orb. So, you know, and that's why MES would have wrecked us if we kept playing it here. Because the orbs aren't making sense for this one. You go down. This one you gave it 2 points. It's not enough. You go up. This one goes down, up, down. It's because of NASDAQ. They're not both in the same similarity here. Come on. Hmm. 72 to 82. 71 to 63. That's still 11-point drop if I took it in the middle. I mean, I don't know. I could take it there, but let's see if it drops.
Order filled.
There it is.
Order filled.
Took it out. I'm gonna take another one. Oh, I took it out too fast. Got a nice $100 there. I got a little excited. I didn't think it would like go down that fast. Holy frippin' crap. Are you kidding me? What was that? Wow, I should have held some micros there. What did I make on that? I didn't make too much, only $110 on that. I mean, I didn't really think it would just like freaking going down like that. Anyone catch that drop? Holy freaking cow. Now I think, so if we go back up, are you kidding me? I missed that. Go back up. I'm looking for a stop up there and I'm done.
Order filled.
Alright, so stop here. I'm gonna look for another $100 there. So like down here.
Order filled.
There we go, $100. Alright, so I'm kind of back to where I was, guys. 63 to 52. I got my 10-point drop. I didn't like really. Today I got kind of screwed over by gold, to be honest. I don't like how big this orb is. Today is just a really weird day. Now, if you took what I told you guys to do, right up in here, you made a massive return from 63 to 42. Could have made a mass return again here if I just... but my rolls is one play an orb, so I did play it here, and I did get a little greedy and I played it again. Because there was no retrace here. You know, I got in here and that was kind of like free money there. And I really thought I was going to retrace. So what I did is I took this fast gain of 6. Remember, my rolls is 10-point drops. 10 points, but today honestly is different. You can get 50-point drops for today. 20 at least. So I don't know. Today's tricky. I'm going to be satisfied with those 2 wins. I pretty much came into the market over $300 and I came at the same rate now because I lost on these 2 stupid gold trades. And I traded these 2 trades here just to get that back. Man, gold really messed my momentum up. As you can see, 1 trade here because this could go up. Too volatile. In my honest opinion, guys, this is just too volatile. Way too volatile. The stops are way too big. 20-point stops, and they're moving 10 points within 5 seconds. You know? It's just too volatile. And this is our second orb. You could take third orb if you want. I think I'm going to call it a day. I don't like this market right now. That's just me. You guys can do what you want. I just don't like it. Here we go for the triple orb here. Let's see if it just plays out. I just really don't want to lose my momentum on this. I'm having bad vibes with this market right now. Let's see if this triple orb wins. So here's your triple orb. As long as it don't go below this lower line, you win. See if I made the right decision. Okay. I made the right decision. I could still win, but yeah, I made the right decision. So basically, it's just too volatile, guys. Too big of a stop, and I'm gonna come back 6 o'clock. I'm up 335. I would have been up way more if I didn't trade that stupid gold. MGC here. Just gotta use basic instinct. Today's a very abnormal day, you know. This is not your typical day. So this is gonna be a lot crazier. This is not a normal day at all. So we have our 930 here on gold. My momentum would have been amazing here if right up in here we had that stupid freaking wick, man. But look at that massive gain on gold I could have had. Technically, I would have taken the 2 points, though, so I can't really look at it like that. So, down move here made money, but I would have lost on that, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to see you guys at 6 p.m. I'm not a fan of this price movement. We're down 1.2% on the NASDAQ right now. But I will say, though, this was a pretty freaking nice trade I got here. You see how sometimes it's nice to put your orders in, and it just flushes all the way down and never retests? That's what we got there. Alright, guys, have a good day. Let's trade some more boring action at 6 p.m. This is too fast. I'll check out SBET. I'll probably make a video on that. MLGO, I'm not in right now. I'm going to wait for the reverse split. Okay, guys?